Hey everyone, Dennis K here with Belize Islands Real Estate. First of all, I'd like to give a big shout out to everyone who's been hitting me up on my Buy Me a Coffee link. Really appreciate you guys supporting Steph and I with our Starbucks addiction, and we're looking forward to getting on those Zoom calls with you here real soon and helping you live the dream down in Belize. But today's video is going to be about risk versus reward, something that I've been thinking about a lot lately, especially dealing with some of my clients, because some of my clients are right there on the edge. They're just so close to pulling the trigger, either on an investment property or a piece of beachfront they've been looking at, or even just making the move down to Belize and renting an apartment. And there's something there that is standing in the way as an obstacle. And we got to find out what that is. So there's some fear, there's some underlying concern that is preventing them from moving forward, or they just might be completely so risk adverse that they're just afraid to take the steps, right? So this got me thinking, you know what? We make decisions every single day based on risk versus reward. For example, we know that thousands of people die every year in car accidents. And besides those that die, so many people get hurt, sometimes permanently disabled because of car accidents. And yet we get in our cars, we drive around every single day. Why? Because the reward of getting to where we want to go, or getting where we want to go easier, is worth the risk, right? Other people make major life decisions knowing that they have a potential to bring discomfort. For example, in some countries of the world, I think including the United States, half of all marriages actually end in divorce. 50% fail rate, right? So why do people still get married today? Well, because the reward of having someone that you love, that you're committed to through good times and bad times and to spend your life with, that reward is worth the risk. Right? So other times people make decisions that have permanent consequences in their life. For example, you might decide to have kids. Now, Steph and I decided a long time ago not to have kids. We're very happy and comfortable with that decision. But other people choose to have kids. Good for you guys. We'll be your aunties and uncles if you need us to be for a few hours here and there. But that decision to have kids comes with rewards, absolutely, but it also comes with some issues. You parents would agree with me on this, right? So everything comes with a reward and everything comes with a certain amount of risk. So regarding your move or your investment or whatever it is you're looking at Belize to provide for you, what is the reward and what is the real risk, right? What is the actual risk and what is the perceived apprehension or the perceived danger? You know, would it be that, well, what if I get down there and it just doesn't work out as I planned? Well, go back home. Or, you know, what if I get down there and, well, I just find that I'm not comfortable with this type of lifestyle, but I want to move somewhere else. Well, move somewhere else. I think it was Jim Rohn that said, if you don't like where you are, move. You're not a tree. This isn't a permanent move. So think instead not so much about the risk. And when I say this, don't be stupid, right? Don't take a risk that you're not going to recover from. You know, don't do anything permanently that you're going to regret or that could come with potential life-altering changes in a negative sense, right? Instead, look at all those things, and if buying in Belize, investing in Belize, or moving to Belize really isn't in your best interest, well then don't do it. Right? At least don't do it for now. Maybe you need to put it on hold for a year or two or more while you get things situated. That's fine. But look at what are real risks compared to perceived risks. All right. So let me give you a couple of examples. Somebody says, well, you know, I'm going to quit my job. I have some savings in the bank. I'm going to quit my job. I'm going to go down to Belize, and hopefully I'm going to be able to find some sort of online work or something to support myself. All right. There's a risk in there, right? Quitting your job comes with a risk because there is a certain form of security with you getting a paycheck every week or every 2 weeks, right? Maybe you have some health benefits. So there's a certain risk of walking away from that. But there's also a risk of staying. You know, who knows if that company is even going to be in business? Has it been affected by COVID-19? Is there, you don't know what's going on with that business. When I left my company that I was with for 11 years back in 2003, we had 400 employees. I had been there for 11 years. I had a great vacation, medical package, and everyone said I was crazy to walk away from that. I think I quit my job in April of 2003. Well, in November I went back for a short visit, see my parents, see some family, take care of some business, and I thought I'm gonna pop back into my old office and kind of rub it in everyone's noses that I'm living down in Belize. And I pull up to the doors, and there was chains on the doors and some sort of sign. I thought, what is this? Well, I called around. The company had went out of business. All right, the company went bankrupt. All 400 people lost their jobs. I would have been one of them. All right, but when I was walking away from the job, I thought, oh, is this the right thing to do? My friends and family were even saying, dude, think about this. You know, you've got a good thing here. You got your nice house, you got your nice cars, you know, you got a secure job, you know. So yeah, walking away was a risk, but look what would have happened if I didn't have taken it, right? So think about that for a little bit. Another couple examples is, what if you decide to just invest in Belize, right? Just purely from a number standpoint. You say, okay, Dennis, I get what you're saying about the path of progress. I have a little bit of money now. I'm going to buy a property, and then I want you to sell it for me in the future. Does that come with some risk? Well, of course it comes with some risk. Every investment comes with some risk, but so does putting all your money in the stock market, right? So does putting all your money into a rental building. I know some clients of mine in the States, they built a nice, they bought a nice fourplex, nice little 4-unit apartment building in a great area, and they built that. Well, guess what? Over time, the area went downhill, and now they're having a hard time filling it up with renters. So what they thought was a pretty solid investment deal, right? 4-unit apartment building. Now they're having to sell because the numbers just don't make sense anymore. So with Belize, could you make a bad investment? Absolutely, man, absolutely. Is investing in Belize risky? It can be, and I've talked about this openly before. So for those of you who are saying, you know, I don't quite know, that's totally fine. I don't force anybody. And what I advise you to do is make smart investment decisions that come with low risk, high returns, right? And you can do that in Belize, and I can show you how. Another good thing to think about too is that there's always a price to pay for an experience, right? For some education, for an experience, for some adventure. And the same thing is going to be with your, oops, my brother's calling. The same thing is going to be in Belize, guys. For example, some of you are going to college or university or have went, and you know how much you paid for a semester, right? Whether it be, you know, 5, 10, 15, 20,000 per semester. You put forth that money, you put forth that effort because you expected there to be some sort of return at the end, right? Or, you know, some of you spend, you know, thousands of dollars on vacations every year to go away for 7 to 10 days. Why? Because you expect there to be a return on that investment. Whenever you spend money, whenever you spend your time, it's an investment. So regarding Belize, will you have to spend some money and some time to get a payoff? Absolutely. You know, many of you have been buying me a coffee. You're spending $15, $20 to get me on a Zoom call. I hope that hour is well worth it. And the follow-up that we do, I hope that for that $20, $15, whatever it is, I hope that's a good investment for you. But you're gonna have to do more than that. You know, you're gonna have to actually spend time. You're gonna have to do some research. You're gonna have to watch some videos. You're gonna have to, you know, come down, check things out. The bigger investment you make, the larger the potential for a reward. And we're not just talking finances here. We're talking lifestyle. We're talking experiences, emotions, friendships, expansion, personal growth. You're going to have an amazing time in Belize if you're willing to put in the work. All right. So that's my little spiel today, you might say, on risk versus reward. No risk, you know, stay at home, sit in your living room, watch TV, but then you're at risk of heart attack and diabetes because you're not moving and you're probably eating popcorn and Cheetos and you know, not getting any exercise. So everything comes with a risk. Exercise comes with a risk. You could, you know, tear a bicep, you could, you know, whatever. But there's a reward too. So take a calculated risk. Don't do anything that is going to permanently have a negative impact on your life, but look and say to yourself, you know, if I did this, whatever this might be in Belize, what is my reward? What is my potential reward? And am I willing to live with myself if that doesn't work out exactly the way I planned? You know, go from there. All right, guys, have a great day, good weekend. Talk to you soon. Thanks a lot for the coffee. If you haven't hit me up already, the link is below, and I'm looking forward to getting you on a call soon.